Partially.
Alrighty, well. Yeah, welcome. Looking at Rainbow Six Siege patch notes because we have nothing better to do with our lives.
Usual bitches.
I'm here with Hunter, also known as Surrendar, and Carl, also known as Evil Demon.
What's up?
And we're just looking at Rainbow Six Siege, Operation Dread Factor, operator gameplay, gadget, and starter tips today. So, let's
And before we get into this train wreck, cheers.
cheers. We're taking... I'm not taking a shot.
Dude.
I'm just gonna crack open a zero sugar Sprite because I'm basic.
Fireball. Anyways, predictions.
Probably gonna be mid.
Disappointment.
Not gonna lie. It's
Disappointment
been
awaits.
like a roller coaster. It, like, brings you up. You're like all hyped, and then now it's just gonna go downhill from here. Anyway, not expecting too much.
Operation Dread Factor unleashes a new threat into Rainbow Six Siege.
Okay, so I'm gonna pause it right here. This is a fucking Valorant operator ability.
Yeah, it's
One
I
that
don't
will
remember
get
which
inside
fucking
your
one, 'cause I'm
head
not a
like
femboy.
never before. The FNAT Dreadmine releases a fear-inducing gas that has a deleterious effect on your vision and can lead to deadly consequences.
I like the visualization of where the devices are on the screen. That's kind of nice.
Yeah.
okay, but why doesn't Legion have?
Because Legion doesn't activate his shit remotely, it just goes off.
That also goes off.
You don't activate it. It's like a placement.
No, Hunter, you manually activate the gadget in this update.
I don't think you do.
Yeah, you do. Watch.
These mines are property of Fenrir, the new defending operator, and they're not the only vision-obscuring gadget coming to Siege this season. The new Observation Blocker will be available to select defenders to help them conceal their activities from the attacker's drones, cam.
Literally, it's just a sends gadget for drones.
Yeah.
I don't understand the implementation of this particularly.
I'm gonna be honest. I mean, Brava's gonna be pretty good for that. So, like, if they're like trying to hold a cam on site and Brava hacks that, then if
oh,
they
no shit.
yeah.
Huh.
So then you can't see
Okay.
where they're diffusing from, if Brava hacks it.
You know, I like the idea, but hear me out.
Brava's ban
They
rate's
should have
gonna
been a
fucking
mutant.
skyrocket.
This should have been a mutiny word.
Yeah, fair.
Like, along with the idea of it, blocking, access to certain areas with the mute drone or the mute jammer, it should also put up a wall of digital static. I don't think that the Ubisoft developers are terribly smart, because that would have been a much better implementation than what this is.
We're not even a minute in.
Well, I hate to be so negative, but like these fuckers fumble the ball more than the Patriots do.
You should have said more than the Atlanta Falcons do.
It doesn't matter. I'm not a sports person.
Anyway, let's continue.
And holograms. The map you're seeing, or not seeing, this all play out on is the new rework for Consulate.
Okay,
which
yeah, no,
brings new
you can't even,
plan.
that just, the fucking gadget and trying to show a fucking reveal for a map while you're using a gadget that limits sight is kind of a bit counterintuitive.
Yeah. It's,
Definitely a bad part on marketing side.
Yeah. It's like, I can't even see half the fucking map that you're showcasing, dude.
honestly, this doesn't even look like Consulate. It looks
An
like Emerald
extent-
Plains.
Well,
renovations.
They
just
upgraded
waiting
the
for you
the
to add
lighting
some
mainly, and also
DIY
like
flair.
some like
New
walls
lanes in the
paint
shooting
shit.
range offer more
Okay,
ways to hone
this
your
is pretty
aim.
cool,
A
but
new
I mean, it's
permanent
literally just aim lab
arcade
now.
Playlist gives you more ways to put that aim to
Yeah.
good use, and a significant buff for Grim rounds out the major updates
Oh!
coming to Rain.
Wait, what is Grimm's significant buff? We're gonna have to see
So
this.
Rainbow Six Siege
I
in
cheated.
Operation.
Oh no, don't, no. Let's wait till we get to it.
Okay.
Dread Factor. Now let's talk Fenrir and those FNAT dread mines. What is the
FNAT?
deal with those? Well, they look creepy and they make everything creepy as hell when you're affected by them. But if you want to get technical, here's the deal. Fenrir has 5 of these sticky mines, and he can deploy them Wamai style just about anywhere. Now take notes on this next part because it'll be on the test. Fenrir's
bailiff.
mines have
Holy
3
shit.
states: deactivated, activated, and triggered. When he deploys them, they are deactivated. In this state, they are bulletproof. You'll need an explosion or EMP to deal with them. If an attacker walks into
Okay,
a deactivated
pause.
mine's radius,
So
They did the same thing for Malusi, but I mean, it's gonna open up and then be bulletproof. Or not bulletproof. It's gonna open up and
So-
be able to be shot.
so you can control if it's open or closed, and then it goes off automatically.
Yeah.
So that's not activating it from a distance.
That's pretty much
Well,
means that
you're
from a distance you're
activating it,
making it
but-
so that it's active and not passive. But whenever it's active, it can be shot at any point.
Okay, well, my question to this is now is that back in the day, Malusi, you know, you can melee it, right?
Yeah, if it's open.
Right.
Just like Malusi, if you get close to it and it's open, you can melee it.
Yes, but you see what I'm saying?
But if
right?
it's closed, it's only EMPs and explosives can get rid of it.
yes,
So that's not bad. At least they thought
but
about
the
it.
thing is though, is that with bulletproof cams, they made it so you can break the glass.
From the
and
side.
shit.
Well, there's
Yes.
no glass on these. It's not. They don't act as cameras.
What I'm saying is, I feel like this could potentially be a balancing nightmare for the development team. See what I'm saying?
I guess we'll have to see.
the mine does nothing. When the mines are activated, they are now vulnerable to damage, but also ready for action. If an attacker walks into their radius, the mine will trigger. When the mines are triggered, they spew out a fear-inducing gas that causes this to happen to anyone in their radius of effect. Anyone except Fenrir. The effect tints your vision and drastically reduces how far you can see. It doesn't damage you, but it is not very safe. Triggered mines will continue to spew gas as long as an attacker is in their radius. Once the attacker leaves, the effect...
I wish that they would specify as if this also like affects the defenders.
It does. It said they said that it will
It
affect
only-
every except Fenrir.
Okay.
So like how smokes,
Gas can
smoke.
he can
Yeah.
he can be immune to his own smokes.
Exactly.
Okay.
wears off quickly, and the mine goes back to being merely activated. So, how does a mine get activated or deactivated? Great question. The test will cover this as well. Fenrir has 5 mines, but only 3 activation codes, meaning he can only have
Motherfucker has trial software.
Why limit it?
So you have to think about which ones you have open and which ones you have closed.
Again, why limit it?
There's probably gonna
Like-
be a fucking patch in like season 3 where they're removing the activation code.
Well, here's the thing though, right? This is okay.
Don't go off of one of your rants.
No, I'm gonna because this is the dumbest fucking operator I've ever seen, and I'll explain why. Because is he a 3 armor or what's his speed?
We'll probably see that whenever we go over to the website.
Okay, but here's my thing though. From everything that I'm seeing, this character is not designed to be
There,
a, you know.
I think
an
it showed it.
anchor.
I think it showed it earlier in the video.
I don't know. But here's the thing though. Let's say hypothetically Fenrir is killed
the
immediately,
playlist significant dread
and he
factor.
places all of his mines
Now
down.
let's talk Fenrir and those FNAT dread mines. What is the deal with those? Well, they look creepy and they make everything creepy as hell when you're affected by them. But
Sorry, I'm
if
trying
you
to
wanna
find
be
where they showed his
with them,
op card.
states deactivated, activated, and triggered. The operator and
Oh, no, nothing.
Okay. Well, here's my thing though, right? Let's say you place all 5 of your mines down and you die immediately in the round. Your fucking gadgets are
send
effectively useless. And I know, like, you're the evil eye, you can't shoot when you're dead, but hey, it's still a bulletproof camera. Swivel.
Yeah.
Like, it's still an observation tool. Valkyrie, after she dies, is still an observation tool. And when Melusi dies, her gadgets are still in use. So if Fenrir
Only
places
3 of them
all
will
of
be
his
used after he dies.
No. But that's the thing, though. It says he has to activate it manually.
Yeah, no,
So
you
if you
can.
have
You
to activate it-
listen. Whenever you activate it, then it turns into a proximity-based device.
Yes.
Yeah. So
But if you die and you don't activate any of them, then they sit idle and do jack and shit.
then that punishes the player.
That's a dumb design, though. That is the most active ability.
You have to be good to play it.
That's not the thing, though. Is that it's like Warden. You have to use it when you're alive, and after that, you may as well have just played recruit to the team. You see what I'm saying?
I guess.
It doesn't make any sense. This is a dumb operator concept. It should be fucking default. It should basically just be a Banshee, but with tear gas.
If they
That's
did
what it
that, then they'd have
should
to
be.
fucking bring it down to like 3 at most.
That's fine with me. That's perfectly fine.
but only 3 activation codes, meaning he can only have up to 3 of his
Is that on
mines
the side of your screen
activated
that whole
at any
time?
given time. He can send
believe
activation
so.
codes remotely
That's
by
annoying
looking
as
at the
fuck.
icon of a deployed mine and interacting. This activates the mine, so it will trigger and start gassing off if an attacker comes near.
Okay, pause.
He can also retrieve.
It seems to me like one of the ways you can play this guy is put 3 right outside the bomb points,
Yeah.
and then activate those 3. So whenever the enemy
But
comes in, they're blinded, and then someone can come out and kill them.
Yeah, they can like while they're trying to plant, they can't see, but Fenrir can.
But here's the thing, though. That applies to every other defender
I also think that because the
except
sound,
Fenrir.
it sounds like the fucking, what's it? Well, I mean, if they're far enough away, then they won't be affected by the gadget. But what I'm trying to get at is I think it also dampens footstep noises.
So you can't hear someone
Three.
coming in.
Well, not you can still hear them, but it's probably like muffled quite a bit.
Yeah.
Activation codes remotely in the same way. This deactivates the mine, making it bulletproof
Me,
against
whenever I pirate software and try and fucking take one code from one computer to the other. Anyway,
and returns the activation code to Fenrir's inventory, so he can use it again. Congratulations, you've completed your introductory course on Fenrir. There will be no test. You all get A's. Teacher Chris is very proud. Your homework for this season is to work on Fenrir's synergies with his fellow defenders. Try placing Melusi's Banshee devices, or positioning a clash around one of Fenrir's mines and estimate the decrease
No, it
in
doesn't
life
affect
expectancy
defenders.
for any attacker that is slowed down while affected by
it doesn't
fear
affect
gas.
defenders.
Using a Venn
How is
diagram,
Clash able to stay
illustrate how
completely fine
overlapping
there?
the radius of Thorn's razor bloom shell with the radius of an FNAT dread mine
Holy
makes
shit!
it extra
That's
hard for
actually
attackers to
neat.
escape danger. Pair up with a Valkyrie
That's really
and
neat.
practice using her black eye camera intel to help Fenrir deploy his activation codes at just the
Oh,
right time.
okay, that's actually pretty fucking sick.
That's a lot.
You know
of
what they
active-
should do? No. You know what they should do? Okay, if Fenrir dies, there's a phone that drops on the ground like Dokubi, and whoever is like nearby can pick up the phone and take control over the gadgets.
You realize that we're talking about Ubisoft here?
Oh right.
Yeah.
Ubisoft aren't
Okay.
that competent.
Here's what I predict is going to happen with this operator. Everyone is just going to set 3 mines in a very 3 prominent location, keep them activated, and if they die, they'll just throw another mine close to it and then activate that. So they won't be as active as they think it's going to be.
People are gonna think that
It's just
that he's fucking smoke.
well, it's just this is.
All right, let's continue.
I'm shocked.
And finally,
About how
prove
dumb
or
this is.
disprove the theory that the only thing scarier than being trapped in a cloud of fear gas is being trapped in a cloud of fear gas with Caveira lurking nearby. Be sure to show
Yeah,
your
defenders are not affected by the gas.
And for
Also, it makes no sense that Fenrir is on fucking team, like, what is it, like red, like the fucking
Red Hammer.
Red Hammer. It would make more sense if fucking he was on like the what's it, the skull one?
Ghost Eyes.
Ghost Eyes. It makes so much more sense.
This is Ubisoft we're talking about.
extra credit, hone some attacker strategies for countering
Oh.
a Fenrir mine beyond simply blowing it up with
Okay,
explosives.
so what's the fucking point?
Finka's a counter for the Fenrir.
What's the fucking point then?
Or just running into
Well, at that point, Hunter, then that means you have to waste to pick on Finka, but at the same time, the Finka won't.
Ways
always.
to pick on
the cloud and
Finka's-
huffing fear gas until you can spot the mine and shoot it. Work with IQ to locate the mines as you advance towards the site. Then have Thatcher, or an ally with an impact EMP, temporarily knock it out of commission. Brava's Kludge drone can switch the allegiance of activated and triggered mines and outright destroy deactivated mines. You could also use Twitch's shock drone or Zero's Argus cam laser to eliminate an activated mine. And if you need someone to activate that mine to make it vulnerable, consider Finka, whose adrenal surge pushes back the vision blocking effect.
Oh, so it's
of
not a
mines.
complete
Or Montaigne.
counter.
He's a cool guy who big shields and doesn't afraid of anything. Fenrir will be available at the start of the season through the Premium Battle Pass and will be unlockable 2 weeks later with Renown or R6 credits. His loadout includes the MP7 SMG
Okay,
or
here
the
it is.
SASG-12.
1 health, 1 speed? Huh?
Bruh, 2 health, 2 speed.
No, Hunter, the white is not what it is.
No, the black is what it is.
I have no idea. It could be both.
Oh, no, it is black, because they wouldn't make a 1 health, 1 speed.
Shotgun for hunting
Another 2-2.
fear-affected foes, and the Bailiff 410 revolver with a side of bulletproof camera or barbed wire. And remember, folks, the fear gas can't hurt you.
The fear gas can't hurt you. The fear gas can't hurt you.
Down to 1 friendly.
Operation Dread Factor also marks the long-awaited arrival of construction crews to the consulate map.
never-
This is a full-on floor
Were you thinking that it was like a custom map making thing?
Nope.
by floor rework that will be free for all players when the season launches. Honestly, the extent of the interior redesign is so thorough that you're just gonna have to explore it yourself in the Discovery playlist.
Yeah, it's gonna be
and
way
DM
different.
your
This
best
reminds me of
sightlines
fucking
when
old Hereford
Operation
almost.
Dread Factor launches. Speaking of
Garage is not gonna
playlists, a
have-
new
okay,
permanent
there's two.
arcade playlist is also on the way, serving up game types like Golden Gun, Headshots Only, and more. Fire it up and get into some fun matches with Siege's more playful
They
game
also
modes.
didn't include fucking, in the arcade mode, they didn't include like the fucking limited time modes.
Yeah, that's all we wanted.
They didn't fucking do
That's
it.
all we want.
I also think that I would have really liked if they added attrition back.
Just a few more things to cover here, and one of them is a new gadget available to
We already
select
saw
defenders
that.
that's designed to give their team cover from the attacker's electronic eyes. The observation blocker can be placed on the ground, and it just looks like a little metal doohickey.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, if you're looking directly at it, you could just drive through it.
Yeah, but even then, like, the fucking defenders can see through it, so they can just shoot it before it drives through it.
It's- Even then.
It's literally just a sense wall, but only in observation tools.
We all know how good sense is.
But to a camera, it looks like an opaque gray wall that hides who knows what behind it. The point is intel denial, and we all know how important intel is in Siege. Now, your final bits of intel from this video. New lanes in the shooting range provide aiming challenges to help you prepare for action, whether you're warming up or dialing in those sensitivity settings. And a big buff for Grim and his Kawan Hive launcher. He can equip it and fire it faster. His tracking bees deploy more quickly and cover a larger area for a longer time.
Okay.
Grim is also getting new options for his sidearm and generic gadget, the Bailiff 410 revolver, and a hard breach charge, respectively. For
Now he's not fucking useless.
Still,
He's got more use than he did before. Let's be honest.
slightly.
more on all things Rainbow Six Siege, subscribe to this YouTube channel and visit us at news.ubisoft.com.
All right, let's go to Ubisoft.com.
No, I
See if
don't
they,
have
let's see if they
terribly high
publish this.
hopes.
They don't fucking.
I don't have terribly high hopes
Why don't they post these whenever they fucking release shit?
because it's Ubisoft.
Yeah, fair. All right, well, I guess that's enough for the video for today.
Yeah, I'm really just banking on the consulate rework being good. If it's not, then I probably will quit Siege forever. At this
That's
point,
a fucking lie.
hey, dude, Hunt Showdown might be my new life.
It's good.
All right.
Just gonna say, Finir, I feel like will be very fucking iffy for a while. We'll see. This time. What are your thoughts, Carl?
There's a lot of more moving parts to this new update.
Yeah.
That's not always a good thing.
Yeah, like Fenrir trying to like, if people give intel saying, they're over here, so he has to go over there, or take off one activation code and put it onto another device, and as he's transitioning, he could be shot and killed, and so it's like, there's a...
Yeah, it just seems like to do the most mundane of shit, you have to do so much.
Yeah, and he has to be constantly moving, constantly on it at all times. It just seems way too... It's not going to be challenging, it's just... There's that moving
it's
part.
It's way too high.
Overcomplicated.
It's way too high maintenance, and then you're kind of putting your eggs
You're
in multiple
fucked if you
baskets.
die. Yeah. It's...
Personally, I just see it as like another fucking season, and it's gonna come and go. This operator is probably gonna get nerfed pretty quickly. Not nerfed technically. I mean, they're gonna call it a nerf, but it's pretty much gonna be a buff.
The funniest thing about this, like they mentioned Brava being a good counter, but even then not really, because Brava can't activate and then deactivate, so you can only swap. So if the thing is deactivated, it gets destroyed, but if it is activated, then it swaps to fucking defenders.
So it's just stealing
Like-
someone's shit.
But not even that though, because you can't even choose.
Well,
if
Bravo
it's open
already
or
does
closed.
the stealing other people's shit thing, though.
Brava can't control it whether or not it's open or closed.
Well, then if they're not open, if they're not activated, she just destroys them.
Yeah, but that's fucking. You see what I'm saying?
It's very situational.
What I feel like they should do is they should strip the fucking activation code thing, and they should have an arming distance, and they should have an activation distance. So, in one radius, the trap becomes active, so it opens up,
So
and if they
literally
get
just like a banshee.
a banshee, but with an auditory cue.
The banshee has an auditory cue.
But when the auditory cue happens, you're already in its radius. What I'm saying is, Fenrir would have to have, like, in my proposed idea, it would, like, if you, alright, so if you're, like, 15 meters away from the gadget, it opens up. And when it gets to 10 meters, it'll spew you with gas. But you'll hear it open up, and when you get close enough, it'll spew you. But if you hear it, you can look around for it and potentially destroy it.
Look at this comment.
I can't read what it says.
Says it would be cool and make sense if the observation blocker also blocked Jackal's vision when his gadget's on.
I hate that idea because that could potentially apply to glass and shit.
No. Glaz isn't using an observation tool. Jackal is.
I don't know. Sorry, it's drinking my soup. Numb the pain of the past.
Alrighty, I think that's enough for video today.
Yep.
Until
We'll
next
see
time.
how this goes.